start around 10:03, 10:04. See how many people we can get jumping on. Morning, everybody. We're just letting a few people get on here so we can start around 10:03. How's everybody's weekend? Anything exciting happen this weekend? Any new deals, contracts?
Morning, good morning. Yes, I'm gonna have to do a second meeting with the listing appointment because he might need a probate. Husband passed away. She said she had a probate. She's gonna bring the documents to the office, and then
Okay.
if she had the probate, then we just go and list it. If now we need to do the probate.
Okay. I'm gonna send you an attorney that handles that. If you need it, you can have it. They're here in Orlando, but they do a good job of expediting it.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Nice work. Who else had some success?
Angel, the offer that I put in on Friday got accepted this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Where was the offer for?
it's a condo in Ponciana.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it got
Very
accepted.
nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That's awesome.
thank you.
Love it. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm sure that we'll have some people jumping on here, but I'm just gonna go one by one and check in, see how business is going, and kind of, we're at the halfway point of the year. I think I mentioned that in one of my emails. We need to start figuring out, if we're on the right track, great. If not, what are we going to start doing a little bit differently, right? So as we're starting to talk through that, I want you guys to start thinking about where you're at, what you want, where you want to be, and how we're going to get there. So, Ebony, I'll start with you. You're just kind of getting started. So, how was your week last week?
My week last week was pretty good. I made all my trainings. I think the only training I missed was I think it was I forget which training it was. It was on a Tuesday, I think. I had a session with my Primerica upline. That's the reason why I missed that one, and I couldn't do both at the same time. But I've been keeping up with training. I've been indulging in my mock calls. I have 3 left. I have the 3 difficult ones left. Just yesterday, I typed up a little template for me I really want to kind of prepare myself for like my introduction and the questions that I ask once I'm connected with the person. So I put together a nice little template that I can be reading off of as I'm communicating with a potential client.
Okay, good. So, you're just getting started and getting your feet wet, but the thing that's important for you is you're going to start getting, and you should have gotten already, real-time touring leads, which are going to be appointments that are already set for you. So the focus for you should be, what that conversation looks like when you're first meeting with the client,
Okay.
right? Hey, you're opening door, make sure you're all set up, ready to open up Sentry locks and all that good stuff. And when you open those doors, you're having these conversations about the process, right? Like, hey, I'm going to be the agent, your go-to agent for, from now on. I have a couple others scheduled and all those different things. So I think you probably already had those trainings about what to say and how to say it and all those different things. But that's the focus, right? Just getting hip to hip with the client. So I love to hear that you're getting yourself prepared, but don't be afraid to just jump into it and get your feet wet.
Okay.
Also, if anybody else has showings this week that you can tag along to, or if I do, I'll let you know. But it would be nice for you to kind of shadow and see what that looks like as well.
I would love that. And also I need to know more about the Sentry Lock. I don't know if I have it or not. I know that that's something with Aura, correct?
Yes. So Sentry Lock is for Orlando agents.
Yes.
I'll get with you at the end to talk through that with you, just for sake of time. But yeah, you'll get with Aura. Make sure you get that registered. It's like $17 a month, but majority of the Orlando agents use that lockbox service. It's like a Bluetooth type operation. So I'll get with you at the end to walk you through it. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You bet.
Hey, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Dana's having problems with her system and she can't hear anything. So she just wanted you to know.
Okay. Thank you for that. She'll be a fly on the wall. All right, Joe. You're
Well,
up
she can't
anyway,
hear
man.
she can't hear anything.
I think
Yeah,
I can now. I just tried it 3 times a charm. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
you now.
good.
Okay, good. I felt like a Verizon commercial. Okay, all right, bye.
No problem. Joe,
Hey,
how
good.
was your day yesterday? Did you have some success in your showing?
Yeah. Yesterday I was helping a client move some stuff at a house. We have a closing for them on the 11th in Claremont. Beautiful home on the water, not close to the water, not on the water. But yeah, I was just helping them out yesterday and connecting with some clients. I was gonna say I have a showing at 5:30, so if you want to tag along, I can show you the ropes. Bonnie.
That would be great. Ebony, I would definitely, if you can, make that happen. Joe does a fantastic job of really building a lot of rapport with his clients when he's showing. So it'd be really good for you to see that.
You said it's at 5:30 today?
Yeah. I haven't got a hold of the client just yet. She's probably at work, but yeah, let's plan to meet at 5:30 today in the Metro West area. I'll send you the address.
Yeah, send it in the link, in the chat, I mean.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
You got it.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. So, yesterday, Joe and I had a conversation, which was really good because I think this year, this is kind of something that we should talk about as a group. This year has been challenging, right? We can all say probably by a show of hands, it's been a challenge, right? It's been definitely difficult year over year. We have got a lot of roadblocks in our way right now. We've got a war going on. We've got high interest rates. We've got an economy that's on and off the fritz from any given week. So there's a lot of challenges, a lot of noise in the industry. And, the only thing that we can do is just outwork the noise, right? So Joe and I were talking about leads and lead flow and the focus. And, he brought up some good points about kind of where our business is with the Zillow. And I think it's important that we continue to strive to work towards and through those numbers as we're working through with our Zillow reps on getting better zip codes. But also, we got to take a look at in the mirror as far as are we answering all the calls that we can? Are we jumping on all the real-time touring leads? Like, are we set up for success? Not Joe in particular, but just in general speaking, like, I want to make sure, we're getting you guys lined up with success. So if you're starting to see, hey, I've gotten Zillow leads that are, not my area or are low price points, I really want to put an emphasis and put that back on Zillow. So let's keep track of that stuff. We're really starting to take a deep dive in the data and saying, hey, where's where are these leads coming from? What's the average price point? So I know some of you, like Cielo, has definitely, highlighted some zip codes that are some troublesome areas and whatnot. So get that information to me so we can kind of work through that and fight through the noise. But the only thing that we can do in these challenging times is work through that progress, right? So typically I sell 30 plus homes, 20 plus homes a year. I've got 9 sold this year and a couple pending, and it's been challenging, right? Like we've been having to work a lot harder getting those pre-approvals and, working strategically. So I want to make sure you guys are working smarter and not harder. So a couple of things before we go to Joe and OJ next. When you get your clients, we do not want you running clients around with no pre-approvals. Please make sure you're spending the time to get your pre-approvals and don't go off of, oh yeah, I have one, right? Like seeing is believing. Make sure you're getting that. Make sure you're talking to the lender. Do your due diligence with the lender, because there's also a lot of bad lenders out there, right? Where people just get pre-approved. They don't even go through underwriting. They just get their credit score pulled and go, oh yeah, it looks good. But then once a lender takes a deep dive and they got student loan debt or the DTI is too high, this is where, we can work smarter, not harder. So make sure you're doing that and getting with the lenders, having those conversations and building relationships with those lenders. Okay. Every single vendor that you have, doesn't matter the area. It doesn't matter the type of vendor. Build those relationships because you will also get leads from them. Okay. So what I mean by that is your lenders. You should be calling them every week, letting them know, hey, I took out Susie Q last week. We looked at 3 properties. She liked this one. Can you give me, a payment plan option and let her know exactly what her payments would look like, or a payment estimate, excuse me, and stay in touch with them, because you never know where that next lead could come from, right? Your handyman that you work with, they're in homes all the time. Let them know, train them to give you referrals, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting those referrals from all of our different vendors, and you never know where that next lead comes from. Okay. So with that being said, Joe, how was your week last week?
It was good. It was productive. I have 2 listings in the market this month, June. So excited about that. I'm going to have a 3-2 condo off of Redbug. So if anybody's looking, let me know. It's going on the market for 215,000, about 1,000 square feet, stainless steel appliances, tile floor, 2nd floor. I also have a
Nice.
3. Yep. I also have a 3-2 in the market over at Four Corners sometime this month. And that is 410,000, and it was built in 2023. Great view in the front, and the back is private. You have some neighbors on the left and right side, but in the back and the front, it's all like conservation. So if anybody has a client,
Beautiful.
if anybody has a client for
So
that one, let me know. It's a good home.
make sure as your listings are going live, right, put that in the group chat for the Orlando side, and let's try to sell it together, right? We should definitely be trying to help each other and sell each other's listings. I've got a bunch. You've got some. Vince has some. I know some other folks have some. Sean, I think, has a couple listings as well. So put those in the group chat and keep those top of mind for us.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, when I'm having conversations with these sellers, I'm letting them know what the market is right now. Don't let these sellers dictate the pricing. So when you do your comms and stuff like that, make sure that they're reasonable. Don't let people waste your time. So I had one guy waste my time at the end of last year, beginning of this year, and it was not fun. It was a lot of time spent. But yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
you
be
stole
my
my
advice.
thunder. I was going to say that. So definitely pricing. It's all about the pricing, right? So again, like Joe's saying, don't let those sellers dictate the pricing. The market dictates the pricing, not the sellers, right? It doesn't matter how much upgrades you have or how nice you think your home is. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. So well said, Joe.
Yeah, let's not spend money on photos and time when we know it's not going to get sold, right? So
Heck yeah.
yeah,
Beautiful. All right,
thank
put
you.
those listings out for us. We'll get them sold.
We'll do.
OJ, how are you, my friend?
Doing fine. Happy to be back.
Yeah,
So,
glad to see you back.
yeah, I had a few personal matters I had to take care of, but I'm now back and getting things started. I should have a listing going live possibly Friday of next week. And I have a buyer I'm working with at the moment. Other than that, just ready to get back to it.
Okay. Well, I know Dana's got your lead stuff getting handled, getting your turn back on. So that's good stuff there. And I'm sure you'll be seeing lots of calls come your way. So keep your head down, and I'm excited to see you grow.
Thank you.
Welcome back. All righty. Cielo, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Got I finally got an offer, a contract this weekend. It was a little bit of challenging, but got it under contract and just put it in this morning for June numbers. And working, just taking calls from Zillow and trying to work my own leads.
Love it. I love it. Well, you just keep it up. You're doing a great job. I mean, you're in the top 10. You and Landy are just battling over there. So love to see you guys crushing it.
Thanks.
Eddie, Alberto, how are you?
I'm there. I've been a little bit challenged with my wife's health, so I've been helping her with her business. So I haven't been like really hustle for the last month since that that I think situation. Because in this market you gotta hustle, like you said, it's a market that you gotta work double, and I haven't been able to do it this past month. But I still have 6 months to come, and there's houses selling out there. So just trying to plan my strategy so I can use my time better on this situation and get going. I have been in contact with a few clients. Zillow has something. You capture a lead and you gotta build that lead. It's not something that comes here and there. So I got a contact yesterday from a customer from Zillow like 3 months ago. He's ready to move on. I have another one that we're gonna start showing again. So it takes time. It's taking time. So I gotta be patient and keep working now. For this coming month, starting today, I need to find the better time to start hustling again. My wife's a little better. I'm still helping her with her business. So, but she's a little better. So that's what's going on. I just gotta put I just put a plan together. I just haven't been able to execute it as I wanted because time management, it hasn't been properly, with the situation. But we'll make it happen.
You bring up a couple of good points, right? So number one, time management is like the biggest business killer. As agents, we wear so many hats, right? Inspections. We're a therapist for all of our clients. We're trying to focus on lead generation. We're trying to do the marketing piece, right? We're like several different departments all in one body, right? And it's really hard to keep up with the flow. But if there's anything that it doesn't matter, come hell or high water, you have to do, it's the lead generation portion, or you're going to struggle 90 days out, right? Joe and I were talking about this yesterday on the phone. The cycle of real estate is 90 days, right? So if we take time off or, we have some challenges, which it's life. We all have our moments, right? We all have these different things. It's a summertime for me, right? And so the kids are home, my wife is home, and it's a distraction constantly 24/7 here. There's practices going on and camps and all this other stuff. I'm making phone calls in my car nonstop. But if I don't focus on anything, or if I want to focus on one thing that's going to really move the needle 90 days from now, it's the lead generation side. And I think that's the biggest thing that we're missing, right? So we can forget to do our just listing, just sold cards, or we can forget to do the follow-ups for getting Zillow reviews, whatever the case may be, but we cannot forget to do lead generation. So that's the biggest thing as we're walking to halfway throughout the year, is we have to focus on that lead generation, because we won't see the fruits of that labor until August, September. So if we can crush it in the month of June for lead generation, I think you're going to see some huge strides towards the end of the summer. So it's definitely go time. I wanted to go back to Cielo. Cielo, I was just looking at the profile for Zillow. If you and Landy, actually pretty much everybody, we really got to get you guys some more reviews as well. So if you guys need help, or if you want the admin to reach out on your behalf and try to get those past client reviews. You guys have a bunch of sales, so you've got 13 in the last 12 months. Landy's got 14, and having those reviews will definitely help, build your credibility as well. So if you need some help with that, let me know. Okay.
I'll follow up with my clients that I've closed because I've sent them all and talked to them, and I've also used them with current clients as referrals, or not
Mhm.
referrals, but as reviews. So,
I love
I'm on
that.
it.
That's a
Thank you.
huge, I love that. Thank you for saying that. So a couple of things. If you guys don't have a Google review page, you should have one, right? So as we all love the Zillow Leads. That's a great business builder, but it's all about personal production down the road. And so if you can have your clients give you a Google review during the process, right? So get these before you close. Google review, as soon as they get under contract, hey, give me a Google review. If you don't mind, give me 5 stars. And then the day of closing, get that Zillow review, because it is so hard to go backwards and try to get it from them once life takes over after the closing, right? Because during the process, they love you. Okay. And then afterwards, they're so busy, they forget about you. But to Cielo's point, it's a great way to go back and ask for referrals. So please make sure you're doing that if you guys have any closings. So thank you for mentioning that. All righty. So Adrian, you're up next. So you got your contract on Friday. Congratulations. How's everything else going?
I did. Thank you. So I'm working with other 2 cash investors that are trying to buy a property. One of them, we put an offer in, but his funds are coming out of a CD that doesn't mature until August. So our offer got declined. And then the other one, it got pushed back because it was too low of an offer. So I got those going on. The one that went on the contract today, I have a listing appointment for tomorrow and another one for Friday. So I'm hoping that, to get those 2 in as well.
Beautiful. So word to the wise on the investors, right? We all know sometimes they can be time wasters. So be careful not to be what we call that bird dog, right? Where you're just out there throwing out a bunch of offers, trying to see if something sticks. That can be really tiresome. So just make sure you're super cautious with them, set, proper expectations. And shoot, if you have a couple, I think some of the Ohio girls do this, they get a retainer, right? So they're getting a certain percentage up front, knowing that their time is worth something. So just make sure, you're leveraging your time and they're respecting that. Okay.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. Keep it up. You're doing great.
Thank you.
All righty. Deanne, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm working in the meeting this morning.
That's all right. So how was your week last week?
It was very busy. I'm in the process of adjusting an offer right now for them to sign to send over because we went and viewed the same house more than once this weekend. So we've settled on a price. So that offer is being submitted. I just sent that over to them to be signed, to be sent out. And then I'm working in the MLS right now, getting my new listing ready to go live today. I had a closing last week before last week. Something, I'm losing track of time. Being real estate, I kind of lose track of time. Everything kind of blends.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, so I had 2 listings. Both of them went under contract and one of them closed already because it was a cash deal. It closed in like 2 weeks. And then the other one, we had to extend the closing because the buyers needed to get funds from their job. So we're just waiting for those to come in. But we have confirmation for that. I had a closing that was supposed to happen tomorrow, and the lender was from out of state. The client is from out of state, and the deal literally about fell apart. Thank God for Caitlin because she helped me save the deal all the way around. But the lender dropped the ball, and Friday we had to scramble to get a new lender and to get a new title company. And today they are signing the extension so that we can close on the 12th. So it's been busy, lots of showings, lots of running, seen a lot of beautiful houses. I haven't really spent much time on the phone other than those that I'm dealing with, as far as the deals that are in the works.
Well, you have a good, healthy pipeline. So make sure you're trying to get a couple of calls in between all the chaos. Also, for you, you've got 2 recent sales lately. So make sure you're getting those reviews as well. Want to make sure you're getting that Zillow profile built up.
Yes.
And, other than that, you just keep on doing what you're doing. So you've been really great about keeping your pipeline full. So nice work.
Thank you. I have a question though.
Sure.
I will be out of town on the day of this meeting and more than likely won't be able to attend not this coming week, but the following.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to give you is now notification fine, or do I need to email you or?
Well, a couple of things. So when you guys are leaving, vacations, whatever the case may be, make sure you have somebody on the team that's your partner, right? So if you have listings, especially, hey, contact agent so-and-so for updates or whatever the case may be. Like, so I'm going on a cruise in about a week. And so I'm going to reach out to Sam to see if he can cover, and make sure any offers come in that he can contact them, my sellers for showings and whatnot. So just make sure you have a backup plan there. And then, if you're going to be out, let Dana know so we can get you paused and make sure your leads are taken care of. Okay.
Yeah, I just mean for this meeting that Monday.
No, you're good.
No, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm out of town and can't do anything, yes. And okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. All righty. Let's see who's next here. Looks like Sarah's next. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, I've just been kind of keeping up with the leads that I have. And now I'm finally moved and settled and everything. So I'm hoping this week to jump back into the Zillow lead pool, and just try to find, something to work on.
Love it. Yeah. So it's hard when you're moving, getting everything settled in. So glad to see, the dust is settled for you. Definitely. I think your real-time touring stuff's turned on right now, and we'll, get with Dana. She'll get you activated and all that for the other stuff. And
Yeah, I have it turned on. I just haven't had any come through yet. So I'm gonna try to hop in the lead pool and just call around and see if I can, have anything gain traction anywhere.
yeah. And also too, I wanted to make a note. You guys should definitely be paying attention to the WhatsApp group, because I see there's lots of requests in there for showing assistance. There's lots of requests for, hey, can you guys take a lead? And stuff goes unanswered for a while. There's a couple of agents that are just like the constant, they're the ones getting everything kind of thing. So make sure you're keeping your notifications on there, because there's definitely leads getting passed around. So I think Alberto even had one posted this morning looking for help on a showing. So definitely, there's definitely some good stuff in there. Okay. So for you specifically, lead pool, and then get with Dana, make sure your leads are turned on. Check your zip codes. This goes for everybody too. So when it comes to Zillow, Zillow's been doing some really weird stuff with the way they're sending calls out, and make sure you're in the zip codes in your profile. Go through that and make sure that you're in the zip codes that you want to be in, and that sometimes there's some weird ones that get popped in there. So just keep checking those. And then also, when it comes to the Zillow performance, you guys get basically it's called a predicted CVR score. And so what it's based on is the AI system takes a group of scores and tells this person, hey, are they going to get leads? Or are they going to be slowed down, or whatever the case may be. And so you get this ranking of high, fair, and low. And so what it's based on are, number one, how many approvals are you getting to ZHL? So make sure you have a good connection with your ZHL lenders, and you're giving them the opportunities. For the Cleveland team, Cielo, just so you know, I asked for a new lender to replace Pilar. So I should be hearing back from Heron today about that. So we'll get you some new partners there, and we have to hold them accountable, right? So if they're not doing their job, if they're not doing the follow-ups, if they're not responsive, you guys got to let us know so we can kick out the bad ones and get some new ones to you. So CHL approvals are important. How many connections you're getting are important, and your answer rate. So I don't pick up a lot of leads, and so I'm considered a low performing agent because my answer rate isn't the best. So I have to turn myself off. But we want to make sure you guys are getting those calls. So in terms of the answer rate itself, just a couple of shout outs on the answer rate stuff. So if my computer will work with me here. Over the last 30 days, we have a couple of shout outs I want to give. So Sharon has a pickup rate of 83%, which is huge. She's picking up almost 80+% of those calls. Adrian, you're at 78%. Taisha's at 76. Joe, you're at 75. Ricardo, 67. Alberto, 65%. Melania, 64. Garrett, 53. Derek, 53. Mariani, 50. Tim, 40. So we want to make sure you're getting and staying in that 50 percentile. So if you're busy, you're on vacation, get yourself paused because you're only going to hurt yourself for down the road. Okay. So got to get those calls and got to get those ZHLs approvals. All right. So moving along here. Sean, how are you?
Good, Angel. How are you?
I am good. I saw you had one of your big listings go under contract for vacant land, right?
Yes.
Something? 2
Yes.
million?
2.4.
Ah, 2.4. Just 2.4. That's all.
Yeah. I had it listed at 2.25, and I pitted two of the agents together and got it up to 2.4. So basically just went under contract on Thursday of this past week. So
Congratulations. That's awesome.
thank you. I appreciate it. It was a for sale by owner. I was working for 2 years, and it was a 30-day listing. That's all he gave me. And I
Wow.
did such a good job on the marketing. He gave me another 30 days, and then I sold it within 47 days total.
So what are you doing for marketing, right? How are
I'm
you
using
getting
it-
your listings?
AI. But how I got this was a follow-up, is just stayed in touch with this guy for 2 years.
Which is hard to do, right? Like, how do you keep a conversation going for 2 years?
I just kept it on my calendar, always stayed in touch with him. I'd always drive by his house or his property because that was on the way to home. So it was just something. He always had a little for sale by owner sign that was literally like a 2x8 sign. It's just a really small sign. But yeah, I just stayed in touch. Never once in those 2 years did I ask for his business. I just offered help. And then my last phone call, congratulate him because he said he was under contract or working with the Toll Brothers on a big project. And a week later, he called me and asked me to list it. So it was
That's
just
awesome.
it was just following up. Yeah, it was a very touchy, and it still is. It's very complicated, but nonetheless, it's under contract. So
Beautiful. Very
Yeah.
nice. So you mentioned marketing. So what are you doing for marketing?
so
How can we get our listings sold?
So like when I first threw that up on my social media, I didn't get a lot of traction on it, but so I took it into Gemini Pro, then I used CapCut and I did a rendering, and the rendering went viral. When I say viral, just got a lot of calls from it, like over 3,000 views in a couple days. And that caught a lot of attraction, but I priced it properly. I priced it at 2.25. And the highest offer was at 2,625. And so we ended up, and it wasn't just based on the price. Terms mattered a lot too, because there's people that are renting this property, 5 different companies. So I had to negotiate 12 months of rental on this deal too.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah, and dealing with the closing is with their estate attorney. Not, he is a title, I guess, company as well, but it's with their attorney. So there's been a lot of just a lot of stuff, really minor detail, major details on this property. So, but other than that, I had another listing go live last week. I've had 4 showings, 3 offers. Another one out in Webster I took over, another expired listing. And Yeah, so I'm busy.
Love it.
I have a closing Wednesday this week, so I'm getting prepared for that today as well. So I have 2 closings this month. The big one for 2.4 is the 29th, and have a $250,000 closing Wednesday.
Beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
I think Alberto, did you have a question for Sean, or it's something in particular? Something different, rather.
It's something related to I did a showing this weekend for Sam, and it brought my attention the 2 houses that I showed. The first house that I showed, it was good condition, but it wasn't great. There was a lot of details. Garden wasn't good. The garage wasn't clean, and the buyer was like, The second house that I showed was perfect presented, and I think the agent is one of ours. It's like Keller Williams Advanced 3. So that's important when he was mentioning marketing, also presentation, right? So the buyer got in the house and he was like, this is it. Every room he got in, it was this, and it's an occupied home, so they clean it really well, smell really well, everything was painted.
Nice.
The presentation was super nice. So I think that's important to me. Was like, this is the way you got to present a listing, right? Me, that I'm pursuing to be a listing agent, and I think that's important. So that's, I just want to add that impression, because it was impressive for me that I was showing it. It was even more impressive for the buyer.
Yeah, that's so true. And you bring up a great point, which is, making sure that that's part of what we do, is giving the seller the information about what's important to listing, right? So making sure it's clean, making sure it smells good. I have to go in all my listings. I buy air fresheners for all my listings. I buy them, I plug them in, and that way, when that first impression, when that client opens the door, when the agent opens the door, they're like, wow, they get hit with this fresh fragrance and the property looks good. So definitely, it's all about presentation for sure. So that's really a good point. And that's what they pay us for, right? Is that information. Because a lot of people, they don't realize you can't have a messy house. You can't have, I've got so many listings with tenants, and I'm telling these people, like, we should just kick the tenant out and sell it when it's empty, versus, dealing with a messy house, or, a bunch of smelly kids in the house, or whatever is going on. So make sure you're prepping for your sellers for it. So good stuff. Let's see here. Joe, did you have something? Nope. Okay. Let's see. Sharon, how are you?
I'm sorry. I thought I unmuted
No.
myself. I had a quick question for Sean. Sean, for that marketing that you did, do you have that on your social media, or can you share that with us?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram, Facebook, because when I do post it, I share it with Fortify, and Fortify shares it around as well.
Okay. Are you paying for like Facebook ads when you do that stuff?
No, I do not do Facebook ads. I just do my own social media marketing. So I get on Instagram and I use CapCut. I use a lot of editing tools, but like I said, I take the professional photography, I take those photos, throw it into Gemini, put in the proper prompts, and then I throw it in a CapCut for editing, and then I create my videos that way. I just did it on the last listing for the 3-2 out in Webster. And I did it for the rendering on the 2.4 million acre lot. I just said, hey, this is what it would, possibilities of what you could do with 5 acres, right? I put a 5,000 square foot home, pool, barn, stables, and within, I think, a couple hours, I was getting calls from all over the country.
That's awesome. I did something similar with my Melbourne one.
Yeah, I mean, the vacant lot is where it started. Since I started that in my office in Dr. Phillips, now I have probably 5 or 6 other agents that want to fall online and do the same thing. So it's kind of catching on in the office using AI.
That's it.
It's
Use
working.
the tools you have, and
Yeah.
it's connected to Canva. So if you're using a Manus or ChatGPT, you tell it what you want, you can get a flyer done, like
Yeah.
renderings and the whole 9 in a few minutes. So
Yeah,
use your
actually,
tools.
yeah,
You got paid for that stuff, right?
The CapCut's free. Anyone that's a Keller Williams agent has Gemini Pro for free. All you have to do is go up into your calendar and Google Drive, all that. You'll see Gemini Pro or Gemini. Click on it, log in with your KW email, and it's pro. It's free. So if you're paying
Nice.
for the other AI, I would not.
I've heard good things about Gemini too.
Gemini's pretty good. I mean, I use Gemini, Grok, Claude. So those are the ones I use.
And you said
Yeah,
you got
the-
3,000 views on that? On Instagram?
Just on the Instagram, I think I'm close to 3,000. Facebook, I was a couple. Even on homes.com, that's where homes.com picked it up, and I would give them the analytics on homes. In the first 30 days, I think I had 4,000 views. So they were absolutely stunned by that. But I wasn't, but a for sale by owner is naturally going to be stunned by the marketing that I did compared to their marketing.
It's huge.
Huge. I mean, night and
Yeah,
day.
it's huge. I mean, they're just that little dinky sign up. So
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, can you throw I'm all about Gemini, man. Now that I know I can get pro, that's huge. Can you throw that in the chat? Instructions? I'm gonna jump on and do that now.
Yeah. So when you're in your email, I can just walk you through. When you're up in your email.
Yeah, I was just trying not to hold the call, but go
No,
ahead.
you guys take over at the end. Let me get through these
You got
three other agents, and then you guys can stay on and chat through it.
You got it.
You got
That's
it.
okay. All right,
Sounds
perfect. All right, Sharon, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. Last week was busy. I have 2 closings this month. I actually spent a lot of time last week nurturing my database, my follow-up boss database. There's about 100 leads in there, and it paid off. I re-engaged about 5 individuals, 5 past buyers, and have showings set up for this week. I have 3 buyers with showings, and then I have 1 buyer interested in short-term rental in Haines City that is getting ready to make an offer, just asking a lot of questions, wanting to make sure their investment is sound. So I have a meeting with the property management company tomorrow.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been going. So
Do you know what numbers to look out for short-term rental? I know this doesn't apply to everybody, but short-term rentals, do you know kind of from a occupancy rate where you should be?
Yes. I asked for a performance report, the occupancy rate, the average nightly rates, the monthly costs. So that's so the seller is really diving deep into that.
Okay.
And yeah,
Love that.
so yeah, wanting to make sure the investment is sound. So that's why the follow-up with the property management company. Right now, the home would be considered standard. So they want to know if they make some investment, is it worth it, right? Will they get the ROI? Because they would
So-
like to go to preferred.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, ROI. So let's chat through that really quick. When it comes to the ROI for short-term investment, if it's a finance purchase, meaning they're using traditional financing to buy this short-term rental, they're not going to see a huge gain in terms of income from a monthly perspective, right? Because you got your gross, then you got your net number. And after that, there's not a lot of margin there, right? So it's not like a get rich, type thing. What is the true value of short-term rental? It's your taxes, right? All the benefits you get from a tax perspective, cost segregation, deductions, all these different things, depreciation, but it's also the improvement of the property and the appreciation of the price. That's the biggest value for short-term rental. Now, if it's a cash investor, cash on cash, they're going to get a huge return every single month. But the fees and the mortgage, that stuff adds up. So as you're chatting with these people, a lot of times they're like, well, these numbers don't make sense, right? Well, like, I'm only making like $1,000 a month or $1,500 a month or something minimal. And they need to see the long-term picture. So the value is the long-term perspective when it comes to the short-term rentals. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because the property management company basically said the same thing. They said if they cover their costs, it's a solid investment. If they make a little margin, then it's good. You know, it's pretty good.
Hmm.
They didn't want
And
to over, inflate returns.
yep.
D.
So
Mhm.
when it comes to the short-term rentals, guys, if it's over 80% occupancy rate, you're doing pretty good. If it's below that, then there's some things, either it's the property manager, their marketing, or the property is just not very nice. Also, when it comes to that short-term rental, I tell everybody there's areas that you want to be in. Closer to Disney, the better, right? Closer to I-4, the better. So just make sure you're giving them those tidbits and make sure that you're putting your client into something pretty good.
Mhm.
And the economy, the ebb and flow of the economy dictates the short-term rental. So when inflation's high, typically we get a lot of like people that are doing the short-term rentals locally, so the numbers go up a little bit, or like the staycation type folks, they're coming to the short-term rentals when the economy's doing really well and whatnot. We kind of see them doing the traditional vacation, so it goes down a little bit. So just a couple of things there. So good job, Sharon. I love that.
I got something I'd like to add to that.
Sure.
So Chris and I own a business that teach people how to do short-term rentals and invest. And we do it ourselves. Sharon, there's an app called AirDNA.
Mhm.
You can put it in the address and it will pull from everything around the area and it will give you a very accurate idea of what that property is going to make.
Oh, okay.
If you
Nice.
want to level up what it is that it is, you're going to look at the first three that compares to it. So the first three that it gives you, it's just like doing a CMA.
Mhm.
But what you're going to do is you're going to take the first three that it compares to you. And this CMA that you're going to do is going to be based on the amenities. It's going to be based on what they have in the house, what type of decor, what type of bedding, what type of pictures, if there's coffee makers, if it's fully, if the house is fully equipped with everything. Like if it's like a house you just show up with your clothes and it's like coming home to your house every day, that
Mhm.
is what you're going to call a luxury. Your
Nice.
medium is going to be a little bit of amenities. Your bottom level that you're going to compare it to is the one that has the least amenities. Okay. You're going to take that and you're going to multiply it by 86%. And that's going to give you an idea of what that house's probability can be made. And you're going to tell them that, or you can do it for them. You're going to want them to use what's called Price Labs.
Mhm.
And Price Labs will give them and yourself an idea of what they could price that property for on a nightly rate. And they can purchase Price Labs and it will automate every day, adjust the price to what's available on the market around it to its comparisons to get its maximum value.
All right.
Excellent.
So you just dropped some serious gems
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
you're going to need to put that in the group chat, number one. And then also let's get you with Caitlin so we can do like a
So-
pop-up topic, because that's really something that everybody can use regardless of the market, right? There's short-term rentals everywhere. So that's good stuff.
Sam and I are working on something already.
Okay.
Along the lines of that. And we can go into more detail later, but we're working on the lines of something like that. But right now, with everything that we have going on, I wouldn't be able to give you guys like a ton of information like in a short notice, like in a week.
Yeah,
because I'm
that's fine.
busy. But we are working on something. And I actually have a property here in Winter Haven that's over by our Winter Haven office. And we plan to host an event in the beginning of August there on a weekend. It's going to be for a few days. And everybody that is with us in the Fortify group are invited along all locations that can come.
Love that.
Okay.
All right. So if you can drop those links in in the group chat for us really quick?
Yes.
So that way the agents can grab that. And then Dana, if you can just copy and paste those and we'll put together a little email for everybody as well.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Sharon, good luck this week with your all of your clients and your closings.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hold on one sec. We got 2 more agents to go through. So Tim and then Vince. Tim, how's your week been?
Going well, going well. Very, very, very busy. I'm actually quite shocked. I'm 40%. I'm picking up every call. There's not much getting by me. Super busy. Got a closing this week, waiting on a survey, and that'll close. 65 plus interaction calls, 10 plus new leads, actually 12 plus new leads. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting blown up on leads, which is awesome. I'm running through my follow-up boss now, doing follow-ups and messages, and multiple clients I'm working with, just stacking up the deals, building the pipeline. Got several buyers, got a couple sellers and buys. I've got half a dozen land deals I'm working. Just got a huge amount going on. Just really rocking it out. That's why I took notes on that AI to get property sold. I'm gonna look at that for my listing. And then I'm gonna work with Sean on going to Gemini Pro, because I'm all about marketing, and Leah, she's the marketing queen. So she's got a lot of my stuff working. So yeah, good stuff.
Nice.
I'm expecting stuff to start rolling over.
A lot of pans in the fire. Okay, so going off your Zillow numbers, the only thing you had like 73 connections over the last, or 73 attempts in the last 30 days. There's just a huge volume of calls there. But just looking back at the ZHL stuff, it looks like maybe 1 or 2 more approvals will get you
Yeah, I
into
got
the
2
high
with them
ranking
now.
category. Yep.
2 with ZHL now with Sherry Ann.
Oh, perfect. All right. So you're going to be there in no time flat. So you're doing good, my friend. Keep it up. You got a lot of
Yeah.
pans in the fire. So just try to stay focused and you're going to work through a lot of good stuff. So that's huge.
You got it. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. Vince, last but not least, how are you? Congratulations. I saw you had a listing go under contract, or a buy side, and was it South Florida?
Huh?
You had a new deal template come in. The address was for Southwest Florida or South Florida?
Oh no, no. It was for my property. It was for my property that I have, the Dundee in Ponciana. There's the agent is in Miami, Florida.
Oh, okay. That's where I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
it. My bad. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, it's
Title
all good.
company.
It's all good.
Nice.
It's
Well,
all
it's
good.
nice to see that property go under contract. So just so you guys know that Vincent has had that listed for over about 1.5 years now. So it's nice to see that come together. So good work.
Before we get there, I'm still waiting for the escrow to come in, so we're still waiting for that to come in. So it's kind of like in the air still. But anyway, but I did close on a property this week, so it's not too bad about that. I have a buyer that I've been working with since the beginning of the year. We're looking at getting him into a new build. That's pretty awesome. So he'll be hopefully under contract very soon with a new build. Right now, I do have a client right now under contract right now, currently working right now. They're under contract. We're hopefully looking to close that thing out by the end of this month. I got a couple of new leads I've been working with right now, following up through, making phone calls, things of that nature. Yeah, man, just trying to keep the ball moving right now, pretty much.
Love it. Well, you're off to a busy start. I think the last 30 days you've been on fire. So you just got to keep doing what you're doing. That's huge.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Love to see it coming together for you. So I think the common theme is, even though there's a war going on and the economy's not good, and inflation's high, and you guys are working through it. And that's a testament to your hard work. So persistence is key, right? So making sure you're working through the noise. You get a bad lead, don't let it discourage you. It is what it is, right? I got a lead yesterday that they just like looking at pretty houses, and so does it piss you off? Yes, but just keep it moving and go on to the next, because you never know where that new lead's going to come from. So a couple of things I'll leave you with. Focus on, let's increase our conversions for Zillow. Let's pay attention to those zip codes where they're coming in at. If you're getting leads that are low volume or low price points, let us know about it, compile a list, and that way we can get those sent back to Zillow. Number two is we all love to work our own business. Let's be smart about it, whether it's open houses, expires, for sale by owners, right? At the end of the day, you guys are a business. And the only thing that survives a business or helps the business survive is lead flow and activity, right? So you guys have to be constantly generating new leads because we're not going to get paid on those for anywhere from 90 to 180-day cycle. So what you get today is not going to get you paid until probably October, November, December. Okay. So it's got to be, if you're not happy where you're at, you've got to double the activity. So you guys have a great week. Capture these links that everyone's putting in there. I love all the sharing and all the good stuff going on. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Ebony, I think you wanted to stay on and talk to Joe.
Yeah, I also had a question for Deanne as well. I was wondering if she could put her business information in the chat. I may like to indulge in that at some point, doing some short-term rentals.
Sure. So
Yes,
you guys put that
ma'am.
in the group chat, and I'll let you guys take it from here. But you guys are off to a great start. So we're June 1st, so this is halfway through the year. Let's go crush it. On to 500.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Goodbye.
Tim, you still there?
I'm still here, Sean.
All right, no problem.
But yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing with social media, trying to just stay active on there, let people know, especially your friends and family.
I do a lot of posting, and I just realized I just wasn't getting a lot of traction with just the old social media post, right? Just, hey, just sold, just listed, or whatever. So I decided to start using AI, and it kind of took off for me. So that's where I'm leading at. So, but are you aware that we do have Gemini Pro with our?
Yeah, you told me about that. How do we get there?
So are you in your KW email right now?
Not my KW. I barely use that thing.
Yeah,
But-
that's where you would go. Right next to where you're on the right hand side, you'll see a little square. It's got a bunch of dots in it. It's called Google Apps.
Yeah.
That's where you can do it on your regular Gmail, but then you'll see right underneath your face on the left hand side it says Gemini. And when you click on that, it leads to Gemini Pro, and you can switch from your Gmail to your KW. So if you're in your Gmail, it's just regular Gemini. When you go to KW, it's Pro.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
you can do that on your phone too. I have the app downloaded on my phone, so I can toggle back from just personal stuff that I use on my own, or I can go to KW. And that's where I do a lot of my editing. If you go to my Instagram page or my Facebook page, you'll see how I just started using the AI.
Yeah, let me go to your Instagram real quick and follow you. Here you go. I just sent you a follow. Yeah, it looks great. I love it, man. You have some really good content on there. It looks really professional, very clean. I love that.
Let's see, where are we at here? Let me log into my Instagram. There you are.
And if you go to my Instagram, you can kind of see that I started tightening up my pictures and stuff like that recently.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, just like the still pitch, like you probably when you take when you do a photo, or like someone takes a photo, like when I did the photo with my title company, that got a lot more traction than just about anything. And I'm like, so you start to realize what gets traction and what doesn't, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
if I go into my profile and I look at my analytics, that last one that I did, I only got 8 likes or whatever, but just the video itself, I just took the photos that the photographer took, and
Mhm.
Gemini did that for me. It literally took about 10 minutes to do that.
Okay.
That's the 3-2. That's all I did. Gemini CapCut did that for me, and I had to edit the video so you couldn't see the CapCut watermark. But
Yeah. I think
nonetheless,
that's what I have too on that 4th video I put up. I think I used CapCut for that one.
yep. And then the 5-acre one, I did the rendering. I did several different renderings. That's just the one I like the best. I had a pool in the back, I had it in the front. I mean, so I was just trying to be different on that one. But that one, if I look at my insights, my analytics on that one, I'm at 2100 on that one. And
Oh, so you use Gemini to do these videos?
yeah, Gemini
The
Pro,
photos?
and then CapCut to do some editing as well. Yeah, to take out like the red lines that the photographer had in and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so for that
Down to
second video, you just give it pictures and you tell it, hey, give me a real estate reel for social media.
Yeah, which one are you looking at? The 3.2 or the vacant land one?
I'm looking at your second video. It is, let me see, let me get out. That one is the 3.2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did is I took the professional photography and just did the timing and editing and CapCut. But yeah, I threw that in Gemini, did the prompts and then used CapCut and then cleaned it up. It doesn't take long. I have a tech trainer in my office as well. She's very good at this stuff, so we work on it together. So she's coming up with a list of prompts for all agents to use to do stuff like this. So we're working on it. Once I get all the prompts, I'll share it with you guys.
That's awesome, brother. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
It looks
man.
really clean, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
it works. I mean, it's working. It's better than just the all these just listed photos. I wasn't getting any traction. I mean, zero, especially on a $2 million listing. I thought for sure I would have got more than 99 views. And then when I did the rendering, it went up to 2,000. So that's a big difference. I had people from Bermuda all the way to Alaska calling me on this property.
Wow.
Jeez, and you didn't pay for any advertisement. Imagine if you would have paid a few days of advertisement or something.
Zero advertising, zero money in advertising. So yeah, because when you go to homes.com and you look at the analytics, you can look at the map and you can see where people are inquiring from. When you zoom out, I had you can only see North America naturally, but I'm sure there's people from everywhere. But I could see all the way from Bermuda all the way to Alaska. People were inquiring.
Oh, so you got those views from homes.com.
Just on homes.com, I got 4,000. I'm probably close to 5,000 views right now on homes.com, but I'm under contract, so they don't care.
That's great.
But yeah,
That's
once
great.
I did that, I mean, I'm not kidding. Within 6 hours, I had a guy call me from Maryland saying, "Hey, man, this thing just popped up in my feed," and we started talking, and nothing ever happened. But nonetheless, I knew it was working. That was the point, just to get it out there.
How did you put it in homes.com? You have an account with them?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You pay for that
it's easy.
account?
It's free. We
free?
should. I mean, I thought all of us did, but apparently not. But yeah, homes.com, just go, because then you have a dashboard. It shows all your listings, and then you can share the analytics, either copy a link or you can share the whole page, whatever. But it shows the activity, not just only on homes.com naturally, because you have Zillow and everywhere else. But it does a really good job of giving analytics. It's
That's awesome, man.
very strong. Homes.com, set up your profile, and then you have a dashboard, and you can share that information with your clients.
I didn't know you could put a video in homes.com like that. That's awesome.
Well, that video, the rendering didn't go on to homes.com.
Oh, okay.
I'm just my post. Let me go into homes.com where now that you said that, I'm just making sure that wasn't the video, because that's not the. Let me go into my profile. So when I go into my profile right now, it'll tell me I have active listings. I can go into my listings, and it tells me I currently have 7 listings. 2 of them are pending. I'm closing one Wednesday, and the other one is the big vacant lot. Yeah. So the one in homes.com it's not going to show you the rendering, because I can't say I can't sell a rendering, right? I have to have the professional photography. But if I go into homes.com and I look at my analytics, I can see that 5,177 views as of today. That's been on the market.
That's awesome.
48 days, something like that.
Okay.
So, and that was I got all those in the first like probably week, 2 weeks. That's right. It came on pretty strong.
Oh
But
man,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, if you go to
Hey, brother.
homes.com and you see that, you can see that address as well. That
Oh, I
does
got
say
a
it's-
homes.com profile too. with
Yeah,
all my
you
stuff
should.
on.
Yeah, and then in the top right corner, you'll see your. Maybe you can add your picture, but that's where your profile is, and that's where you can then go to maybe your Zillow, where it's about me, wherever you have your information about me, copy it and put it in here as well. But it'll show
that's
all your
beautiful.
listings, and then you'll see analytics you can share with your clients. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
My
I love
clients
that.
love it. I mean, it's one I didn't know about this until I joined the team either. So I think Sam told me about it.
That's awesome.
Works pretty well. Works really well. So
Hey, Sean,
yeah,
I still want to catch up with you on the Gemini Pro too when you guys are done.
yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
What's the question?
Well, I just I was going to ask you if you could either put it in the chat or tell me again right quick. I caught a quick blurb of that, but I'm on Gemini Constant and I want to jump to the Pro, and if I can get it free through KW, that's a win.
Okay, so do you have your KW email up?
I do.
Okay, so do you see on the right hand side your picture? It says KW Keller Williams or whatever it might say, whatever your icon will say.
Well, I have the Outlook version, but go ahead. So you're
Okay.
talking about where you're in.
Well, I'm in
Actually,
Google,
let me-
right? So I'm in my
Yeah, let me
Gmail.
skip over to Google, and I see Ask Gemini at the top.
Okay, well, you see where it says Google Apps, the 4 squares or all the
Yep.
squares, and so
Yep.
click on that.
Okay.
See, it says Account, Gmail, Drive, and then Gemini.
Yep.
Click Gemini. What does it tell you when you click it?
It says chat with Gemini, surcharge, creativity, productivity, chat with Gemini.
There you go. That's your, it should be your pro version. If you're under KW, then that's the pro version. You can go down at the bottom, at the very bottom where your name is for settings on the left side.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And that's where you can,
I'm looking here to see where something tells me Pro, because I want it on my phone too.
so you would log in with your KW email to get to pro, not your Gmail, not your regular Gmail, just your KW.
Yeah, I'm on there with, yeah, I am right now, but it just says Gemini. It doesn't say Pro. So I was just curious if I'm on the right thing.
You should be. How can I show you that? Really couldn't tell you if you're, I can't really see, but if you're in KW, that's pro. That's the only way you can get to pros with your KW email login.
Okay. All right. But if I needed to get Pro, how do you say to do it earlier?
Well, you're doing it. I mean, I don't know because I don't use Outlook. So I just use Gemini or Google.
Okay.
on my-
Yeah,
for
I'm talking
emails.
about my phone. Okay.
So in
No,
your
that's
phone,
cool.
you're going to download Gemini, the app, and you're going to log
Yeah.
in with your KW email, just as you would log into your KW email on your computer. No
Yeah,
difference. Same
Yeah,
login.
I have it now, but I'm under my personal Google. So I'm gonna flip over to my KW one.
Flip
and I'll try
over,
it
yeah,
out.
because I do that all the time in my app. I can toggle from KW to Gmail, my personal Gmail, or to KW. Either
Got
way.
it. Awesome. That's perfect. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem whatsoever. Glad you got onto it. It's free, so if you're paying for something else, I'd get rid of it.
Yeah, I was on chat, and then when I saw that Gemini came out and it's on the chat platform, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it works really well. I mean, I've been using it for quite some time now. So,
Right.
it writes my public remarks. I mean, I'll update stuff, and I can go back to something I was working on a month ago and add stuff to it for my marketing
yeah.
strategy, and it picks right back up from where you were.
Yeah, I'm in diets, workout plan, protein, carbs, all that through there, man. It's huge.
Yeah, it works for everything. So
Yeah.
it's a great tool. I would use it. It's definitely, especially the pro.
Hey,
Awesome.
hey, real fast. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I've been listening to you guys' whole conversation. Thank you so much. A great conversation. Hey, question: Have any of y'all attempted to integrate the AI bots, like the Claw bots, into your Gemini, so it could like read your emails and get things done for you also?
Gemini Pro already does that. It's connected to your email, your G Drive, your Google Drive, your calendar. So I can go on Gemini and say, create a calendar or create an event on my calendar, and it will. Or I can say, read me all my important emails for the day, and put them into a task. It will do that for me as well. So it's already connected. So you have to go into your settings and make sure those are connected. But you can connect your G Drive, your email, your calendar, so you can go right into your Gemini and say, "Hey, throw this appointment on my calendar," and boom, it's there.
So you could kind of like set up like a cron job where it could like every day like check your emails for you, huh?
Yeah, you can wake up. Hey, Gemini, tell me what's the most important emails I need to accomplish today, or what's the most important task on my calendar today, right? It'll go. You got to be careful on what you have in your G Drive too. If it's pretty full, it's going to take a minute to find whatever you have in your G Drive. But yeah, as far as calendar and emails, it'll draft an email. I don't know if it'll send it, but it'll certainly draft it for you.
So in settings on AI, do you go to Google or where? Because I'm looking right now for what you're talking about, and I clicked on settings on the AI, and it just says Activity Connect. Is it connected apps, themes, notebook? Where do you go to get it into your emails and all that fun?
Okay, so at the very bottom, if you're in Gemini Pro right now, you go on your left-hand side where your name is. It says settings, got a little icon on the right. It says settings. Click on it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it show? It shows activity.
Connect apps,
There you go.
gyms.
Hit connected apps.
Okay.
What's it do
Oh,
when
there
you?
it is.
There you go.
Yeah, they're all off.
There you
off.
see
I'm
that.
gonna turn
See
them
that.
on.
See that toggle on the top right?
Yeah, turn them
Hit
on.
that, and all those will be now part of it. Look at Gmail, Google
Oh,
Calendar,
yeah.
Chat, Docs, Drive.
Dude, you need to do a tutorial for the whole, all of us. This is huge. I bet that there's a lot of other people want to know this stuff too. Like
Well,
Vince jump in.
hey, let me tell you something. I have a coach. I have 3 coaches. So
Wow.
this is where I learned this stuff from my coaches. And I learned this a
Yeah.
while ago. But when this first came out, yeah, I jumped on it immediately. So if anyone's, I can't see who's on here right now because I'm looking at the Google.
Well, there's
but
only a few.
No,
Angel
that's fine.
dropped off, but and it looks like Dana's still taking notes, so that's huge. Maybe something can be done there and put out, to where you could do maybe a meeting for us all or something. But it says learn more on each of these topics, so I'll jump in there and kind of get the self-taught on it all.
How do you guys turn that on? I'm sorry, I lost you halfway through it.
So when you go into settings on the left-hand side, you'll see your name at the very bottom. And then there's like a little wheel that says settings on the right of it.
In your Gmail, right?
No, we're in Gemini.
Oh, in Gemini. Okay. Yeah.
Go into
Uh-huh.
Gemini, and then like you're gonna start something, but on the left side you'll see your name at the very bottom.
Okay.
See,
And
then there's a little thing on the right for settings. See that little icon? Click on that. I think the second one says connected apps.
Oh, okay. And you
Now, when you click on that, there's a little toggle on the right, top right. Just click that on, and it will now connect to your Gmail, your calendar, chat, Docs, your Google Drive. Does it all? It's pretty cool.
And just hit learn more on
awesome.
it. I'm sitting here reading on the email right now.
Yeah. So you gotta, you go through each one just to learn, see what it does. But to be honest with you, I use it just more for putting stuff on my calendar and maybe like, hey, what's, on my calendar, I put like, escrow's due today. I have this going on today. I need to get this done. So it'll line it up for you. Tell you what's most important, 1 through 5, 1 through 10.
And you need Gemini Pro for that, right?
Yes. As long as you're in your KW, this is Pro. Yep.
I don't use my KW, man. Maybe I need to start using that.
See, that's the thing. Even when this first came out, there was other people in the team in my office, and they're all paying for Gemini, or not Gemini, but Chat. I said, guys, we have this for free. What? And this agent been there for probably 8-9 years. She's never used her KW email. And
Yeah, same.
and she went in there and she saw that she had 3 leads that she lost because she never opened up her email.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 of them were really big leads. She's not with the office anymore. She ended up moving to another brokerage, but nonetheless, she was a big hitter. But she just didn't realize we had it, and she's like, "You saved us." You know, it's a lot of $20 a month, I think, for chat, something like that. So
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot.
Or you're on the free version, which is not as good.
no, but here I've created videos, just stupid videos of me for Halloween. You can tell it to create whatever. It just depends on your prompt when you go in there. And if you don't like what it looks like, then you just got to refine your prompts. And you can even ask Gemini to give you prompts on how to create certain things. So it's very easy. Don't get, when people ask me how to do certain things, I'm like, that same question you just asked me, throw it in the chat, throw it in the Gemini. It'll give you an answer. So yeah, I use it, to the best of my ability. Last time I used it was to update some of my listings because when they go stale for a little bit and you change the public remarks for realtors, it pushes it back up in the algorithm. So it gets it put it back up in the front of the line. If you do a price drop or a price adjustment, I should say, if you change some wording around, it pushes it back up in the algorithm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of that too when you're looking on homes.com, you're looking at your listings. You can see where you're getting most of the views. Most of the views are on weekends. You got 97% of people find their homes online on the weekends. They're looking online. So that's when you usually get the most activity. That's why I will not throw a listing up on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It'll be on a Thursday after 5 or a Friday. I'll throw the listing up.
I usually do like a Friday.
Thursday or Friday. Friday, like my last listing last Friday, went live on Thursday, had a showing already on Friday, and I had 3 more showings this past weekend and 2 offers. And this was 2 other agents failed to sell this listing. So I'm now taking it over.
Damn.
So that's only because they can see what I'm doing out there. They're paying attention to my sales. Their shit's not selling, so they contact me to sell it for them.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It's not really my area. Out in Webster, I just happened to land with one developer, and so I got 23 acres. I'm trying to sell out there, selling them by quarter acre lots out there right now. But yeah,
Hey,
that's
guys.
good.
Real quick, I got to bounce. I'll catch you
Yeah.
later. I appreciate all the good, useful information.
No problem. Anytime. If you need anything,
All
let
right,
me know.
take care. You
Yep.
got it. See you.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. I appreciate all that information.
You guys are welcome. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Sean.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it, brother. Let's go
Take care.
kill it.
Yep.
Later.